Hey guys, welcome back to my channel here today. Today I'm going to talk about my computer science degree in 10 minutes. I'm trying to keep this video within 10 minutes and talk about my whole CS degree in Boston University. I'll also have timestamp in this video, so if you want to skip around, you can also look at the timestamp. If there's any specific section that you're interested in, feel free to just go ahead and click on it. So I want to start off with introduction. So my name is Macy. If you didn't know me, I recently started YouTube probably a few months ago. I used to have an older YouTube channel, but I stopped posting on it, but I kind of want to start a new one. So that's where this comes from. I guess a little bit more about myself is kind of like my interest in computer science. Actually, my reason of major in computer science is because it's a process of elimination. I know that I didn't want to do business, finance, so that kind of I don't want to do that. And I also know that I don't want to do music or theater. I cannot do theater at all. I cannot act at all. And then I was kind of looking through it and I'm like, oh, computer science sounds cool. And so that's how I decided to want to be a computer science major, and that's where I am right now. I started my freshman year in New York City, but I transferred to Boston University, and I'll also link my why I decided to transfer to Boston University video right there. And I'll also link my other video where I talked about what CS like at BU in this video too. So if you want to know more about CS at BU, feel free to click onto that video, and then you can learn more about CS at BU in more in depth. And now I want to go into my academic journey. I guess basically I've already talked about why I decided to major in BU. I'll also link my 5 things that I wish I know before I study CS in this video. So if you want to know more about it, more about CS in general, I know I definitely milk my CS content a lot, but being a female in tech, being a female in CS, it's like my niche. But then in this video, I also want to talk about some foundational courses that you need to do at BU as a CS major. So for foundation courses, we have CS 111, 112, 132, 210, 330. And then we have the second part, Group B, which is technical preparation. We have 132, 235, 237, but you can pick 2 out of the 3. And then we have the essential CS paradigm with 320, 332, and 350. And it's also, you can pick 2 out of the 3 courses. And then at the end, we also have electives that we need to take, which is including 4 to 6 CS classes that has to be over 400 level. So all the classes that I took are 411, 412, 506, etc. And then I also want to highlight some of the challenges I have in my studies. I would say my hardest class is definitely 320 and 350. And I also put in 131, even though it's a foundational classes, for me it's pretty hard for me to get through it. But some of the easier classes are definitely 111, 112, the intro classes, the 210 with computer system, 411 and 412 with software engineer and full stack development. I would also consider 506 and 475 as a pretty easy classes. They're both practicum classes, project-based, so there's no exam at the end. There's only a project at the end that you have to submit. And I would also say for the harder classes, going to office hours definitely helps with homework, and also having really good friends also helps with doing your homework together, motivate you to keep going and not drop the class. I know a lot of people who drop classes and have to retake them. I wouldn't suggest dropping classes just because that might delay your graduation day, or you might have to take more classes. I want to go into projects and practical applications that I've done. Some of the more significant projects that I've done for my passion projects are definitely in my sophomore year. I redesigned the Student Link website, and I also posted on LinkedIn, which got me a lot of traction and also leads me to one of my internships in the future. But a lot of the times I had a lot of UX design projects, and then assignment wise, we have built calculators with C in CS210, and we have also built calculators in OCaml in CS320. And also I've done Angular web development in CS411 and 412 as well. And in all these practical applications, a lot of the times are just debugging and self-learning new languages all the time. And you might have questions oh, are they really applicable for the real world experience? I think for me as a PM, it doesn't really matter. just because we don't have any technical things that we need to do. We don't really do the coding. We're more like the liaison between like teams. We do communications a lot, because a lot of the times as a software engineer in the real world, a lot of the times you're using or actually going to debug and not actually coding. I want to talk about some of my favorite classes. Definitely my favorite classes are 411 and 412 and also 506. Those are like the relatively easier classes as well. They're also project-based, there's no exams. I'm just really bad at doing exams. If it's a project-based class, I'm usually pretty good at like doing projects and working with people. I want to talk about some of the challenges that I have in my degree and how I overcome them. So a lot of the time, some classes are definitely harder than the other classes, like 320 and 350. You know, office hours really helps. I know I've talked about this already. And having really good friends to like do homework together also helps a lot. You know, being around with people that are also struggling, or actually like, it makes yourself feel a little better that you're not the only one struggling, and they're also able to help you when you're doing homework with them. And the other thing is also balancing school and personal life. I would admit that during my sophomore year and junior year, I don't really have a personal life, or I don't really know how to balance my life, just because I was overloading in some semesters. I'm taking 5 CS classes at the same time. So I don't really have time to like go out or hang out with friends. A lot of the times I'm like doing homework, I'm working at the mail office, studying, I am doing any like leadership position. I also was in a lot of clubs. So in that sense, I don't have a lot of free time for myself. But I would say, you know, freshman year, sophomore year, definitely like go out more, because I think you would have the hardest time or the toughest time during your junior year, because it's like you're almost there but you're still not there yet. So junior year, a lot of people struggle a lot in junior year. And then I want to talk about internship and work experience. So first, freshman year summer, I had a web development internship with Sri Hakaya, working with a lot of web development programming languages on WordPress. Sometimes I need to customize some things on WordPress. Sophomore year summer, I had a software engineer internship with the Software Application Innovative Lab at BU here. It's a local organization on the BU campus, so for me, it also counts towards like on-campus job. And then junior summer, which is the big one, is I had a technical program management internship with Microsoft last summer in Seattle. So I also moved to Seattle for that. And I've also made another video on my Microsoft internships. I'll also link it here in the video as well. And I think all of these internships actually helped me to figure out what I really want to do. So after like sophomore year summer, I realized I don't really like to do software engineer. So I pivot my focus to only applying to like product management or program management internships. And that's how I also got my internship in junior year summer. And I think I talked about networking earlier in this video, where I actually got a referral from an alumni from BU that noticed my post on my redesign on student link. And then she's the one that also gave me a referral. That referral really helped me to get into Microsoft as an intern. And then also having leadership experience also helped me with my interviews a lot. A lot of my interviewers are really interested in my leadership skills, just because I founded an annual hackathon in my first university, and I've also found a new club at BU as well. And so a lot of the time they're asking me, oh, why did you decide to found this event or found this organization, and what's the vision of it? And then when I talk to them about my vision and goals and all that, they're like really impressed of my like skills and such. And as a PM, some of the skills I want to highlight that are really important to showcase in your interview are definitely leadership skills, since you will be leading a team, time management skills, organizational skills, communication skills, because you're liaisoning between teams, cross teams, functioning teams, communication, whatever. And also like problem solving, conflict resolutions. And also they also want to know like your thought process and your approach to like a problem and such. I want to talk about my future goals and aspirations. So my future goal is definitely I want to be a product management in the tech field, but right now I'm starting out as a technical program management. And so this is like a lifelong dream, but I really want to be on Forbes 30 under 30. But I probably have to create something of my own. So hopefully I have 8 more years to do that. Hopefully one day I'll be nominated in Forbes 30 under 30. Right now it's still up in the air. I don't know what exactly I want to do. And so it's still only a little iffy here and there. In future, I think other industry that I might want to try to break into are definitely like entertainment or even the music industry with like celebrity management, things like that. I don't know if it's the best decision that I could have done, but I think they are really interesting. You know, just to conclude, some of the key points that I have are definitely like classes are sometimes hard, office hours are really important, having good friends are really important. And then some of the insights that I think I can give it to you is definitely like have a good work-life balance, because if not, you're gonna get burnt out so fast. Like right now for me as a senior, I'm like dreading to do work because I got burnt out so fast like through my sophomore year, junior year. Right now I just don't want to do anything, and something we also call senioritis. I'm definitely having that right now, but that's another story for another time. Last but not least, I also want to thank they are watching. I want to thank my friends for supporting me along the way. Thanks like BU Sport for giving me internship experience on campus, but also like my parents in general. I know that they watch this video as well. They always comment on my video, which is great. But yeah, and they also supported my school, my academic journey, my tuition. My tuition here really expensive. But yeah. So that is all the things I want to say about my computer science degree. I know it might be a little over 10 minutes. When I was recording this is already at 15 minutes. I'm going to try and cut it down. But other than that, thank you guys for watching and staying along with my video here. If you want to know more about my computer science degree or my academic journey, feel free to leave a comment down below and I'll try my best to answer them. But if not, if you want to stay tuned for more of my content, remember to subscribe and click the bell button so you get a notification whenever I post. But other than that, thank you guys for tuning in, and I'll see you guys next time I post. Bye!